Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
What it do, still with the camp, sound like a lamb. Big boss hog. Boss dog. Can't pump through the dope. Here to talk to this box fucking my soliloquy. 2 times on last week. People do enough stuff. Caught him in the fall line, maybe about a peak game. 84's on West Wing. The boy a little sick. Not gonna lie to you. Y'all pray for me, man. So I ain't gonna be as animated. My energy gonna be low. But boss still putting out content because I don't run for no smoke. It is what it is. It's life. Let's get to it. 2 things I think Canelo Alvarez needs to do to beat Terence Crawford is this. I feel like Canelo, if Crawford comes out southpaw, that overhand right and that straight right there, it should be money. There's 2 fights. I went back and watched a lot of Crawford fights, just to try to see like if there's, 2 fighters that I can, pick. But he ain't really been fighting on top competition. But there's 2 fighters I saw some things. I'm like, okay, Canelo might be able to use. Now, Canelo may not go back and watch neither one of these. Canelo may be like, I'm Canelo, I don't need to watch it. You know what I mean? But me, I feel like whoever you in there with, you need to make sure you're well prepared. Because boxing is a sport that one punch land on a button, sleep. You know what I'm talking about? So, I feel like Canelo versus Terence Crawford versus Majimov, right? In that fight, you saw Majimov kind of land that straight right. Now, granted, Majimov is a whole different type of fighter than Canelo. Majimov kind of has a herky-jerky style, right? And he's kind of awkward, right? Canelo is Canelo. He got slow feet, but, used to have elite head movement. He ain't showcased that. You know what I mean? He just really walking people down. He just walking stuff down now. And he walking stuff down and shooting. That's what he doing. Pause. You know what I mean? He just walking people down with a high guard, throwing singles. You know what I mean? Canelo ain't got the Draco. He got a shotgun. He just popping one shell off. Bah! You know what I mean? That's what he doing. But what I feel like Canelo need to do to prevent Bud Crawford from upping the work rate on him is he got to be able to neutralize Bud. And I feel like if Bud come out southpaw, straight right, overhand right. I feel like that punch is money on Bud. If he come out southpaw, I feel like Bud is. You gotta be able to make him fight your fight. Because if you don't, he gonna take it over. You know what I mean? Because I watched the interview yesterday. Bud was like, he was talking about I believe Tank and Lamar Roach. He was just like, man, just throw more punches. And that's his mindset. Like, I'm just gonna throw more punches, right? So him being in over to Canelo, if Canelo start landing on him, he just gonna throw more punches. He just gonna up the work rate. So Canelo got to be able to neutralize that. You feel what I'm saying? So what I think you need to do, Bud come out southpaw, straight right, overhand right. You know what I mean? He can counter Crawford with the straight right, or counter him with the overhand right. Also, I think foot placement, and this is another thing. I know I said 2, but I just thought about this. I think foot placement is very important. So I think Canelo got to be able to jockey for foot placement, pause, and be able to control the center of that ring, right? And slow the fight down. All right. Another thing I feel like Canelo needs to do is take away the counter ability of Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is one of the best, and I've said this, counter punches in boxing. He's elite at that, right? So Canelo got to be able to neutralize and take away a lot of Terence Crawford's counter attacks, right? What's one thing he can do? That straight right overhand right, land the jab, right? Switch the tempo up and slow the fight down. You know, make Bud fight a different fight. You know what I mean? Show him why, you know, this is 168 pounds. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, like I said, I only speak from experience. When I've been in the ring with people that are smaller than me, I showed them why, you know, and they were better than me skillfully, but I showed them why, you know, you ain't finna come up here and do what you want to do. I start leaning on them, you know, start leaning on them, switching up the tempo, landing bombs on them, you know what I mean? Just breaking them down, making them fight a different type of fight. When you start making a guy fight off emotion or grit, you got him beat. You know what I'm saying? You got him beat. When he start fighting off of that, you got him beat. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. You know? So I think that Canelo is able to land that straight right, overhand right, slow the fight down, slow the pace down of the fight. Jockey for foot placement. I can see Canelo winning this fight. I told you, my boxing logic, Canelo gonna win this fight. I want Terence Crawford to win the fight though, because I'm tired of Canelo and his antics. But my boxing logic, you know, I'm picking Canelo. Now, the thing that I don't like in the sport of boxing is you seeing a lot of people, you know, they picking Crawford, you know, but then they picking Canelo too. You feel me? So it's like, oh, I'm gonna go and pick Canelo. Or you see people, oh, I'm gonna go and pick Crawford, but you know, man, look, man, I'm gonna tell you straight up and down no side effects. My boxing logic, Canelo, right? I'm just telling you, I want Terence Crawford to win, but my boxing logic, you know what I'm saying, Canelo, right? Now, granted, I'm going to keep it 1,000. Boxing, anything can happen. I see ways Crawford can win if he stay long. I told you, I did a video about that. You know, which somebody disagreed with me on that, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not looking for you to agree with me all the time, right? Just keep it respectful. But I got to go with my boxing logic. I'm Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Terence Crawford is an elite, and this is why I don't like this fight, bro, because it's like, it's already built. I told you, it's already built in excuse. Oh, Terence Crawford's daring to be great. He's daring to be great. He's fighting the best. You know, he's going to be the best fighter in the world if he beats Canelo. No, he's not, bro. Canelo not even Canelo. Canelo is a washed up version of himself. I don't know why people feel like Canelo's still elite. He's not elite, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the same fighter. Canelo is getting a lot of praise for a lot of past fights that he didn't have. You know what I'm saying? And we just keeping it real, bro. We just talking. We spitballing. He getting a lot of praise from a lot of past endeavors that he didn't have. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, everybody in the world see that Canelo Alvarez is not the same fighter. You know, I see Bubba's, oh, why are you making excuses? So Canelo washed now? Now that Crawford's fight him? No, Canelo's washed because Canelo's washed. He's not the same fighter. Canelo fighting a William Scott, the young Canelo would have got that boy out of there. I'm not trying to hear that stuff. You got people talking about, oh, well, it's because the dude was running. Canelo don't want to, he don't want to walk people down no more. He don't see the point in that. I'm not trying to hear no excuses. That's what I'm not trying to hear. I'm not trying to hear no excuses. Regardless of who you in there with, you show them they not supposed to be in there with you. That's just straight up and down, no side effects. So all that other stuff about, oh, you know, he didn't feel like walking this dude down because all these dudes be running and, you know, they be doing this and you know, they be doing that and blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to hear that stuff, bro. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, we got to keep it 1,000. We got to be honest. We got to be truthful. Canelo Alvarez is not the same. He's not what he once was, okay? And that's just the honest truth. That's just the honest truth right there. He's not who he once was, you know? we gonna see if Father Time jumped on his back. Because one thing about boxing is you can get old overnight. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can get old overnight. And, you know, we'll see. You know, me personally, that's what I told y'all. I don't really like this fight. I feel like it's pointless. This fight don't matter. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably won't even watch it. The only reason I'm making this content is because people want me to. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even be talking about Terence Crawford versus Canelo. I'll be talking about Terence Crawford versus everybody at 154. In which now he talking about, oh, I might go back down there. Yeah, all right. You're gonna make that mistake. Go back down 154, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. Go back down there. He ain't going back down there. Even Akin Barak was like, man, you can retire, man. You good. Nah, I might go back down there. Yeah, all right. Yeah, go ahead and go back down there, man. Go 168 and then come back down, you know, to 154. I'm telling you, spark. I'm telling you, bro. Sorry, I had to get a little happy. But I just made this video for y'all, man. Like I said, I'm sick. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.